So I recently built a fully working app using Claude Code, and I never coded before in my life. So in this video, I'm going to build a completely new app step by step with Claude and show you how it's done. From designing the landing page to making sure the app actually works and anyone can use it. So I have my laptop over here, as you can see. And first I need an idea for the app. So under my recent video, I got a comment mentioning that a baking app would be interesting. And feel free to leave any app ideas that you think would be cool so I can use them in my future videos. So first, I'm going to go to Claude.ai and select the Opus 4.6 model right here. I'm going to simply ask for 10 app ideas about baking. Now Claude Code just gave me 10 app ideas, as you can see right here. And when creating an app, it's very important that you pick an idea that solves a real problem and it's easy to market on social media. So I'm going to write this. Give me an idea that would solve a painful problem and it's easy to market on social media. And Claude just gave us this idea, which is very interesting. It says, why did your bake fail? Essentially, this is an idea for an app that helps people to understand why their, bake failed. So they just would upload an image. The app would tell you, yo, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, and how you can fix it. So the concept is very simple to understand. And you just snap a photo of your failed bake and the app instantly tells you what went wrong. And what's great is that it's super easy to market on social media. As you can see, baking fails are already one of the most shared categories of content online, and the app practically markets itself because every diagnosis is a shareable moment. It even gives us pretty cool ideas for content right here. And it also gives us a monetization plan for this app, which includes two different tiers, a free tier for free diagnosis and paid tier, which unlocks a full technique library, essentially, right? So we just came up with a solid app idea in like 5 minutes. Now, the reason this is important is because this completely changes how apps are built. Just a few years ago, building something like this would take weeks, hiring developers, and a lot of money. But now you can literally go from an idea to a working app in like one day. So the next step is to build a landing page. To get started, I would simply write, I like this idea, how should we build it? All right, so it gives us an entire plan to get this idea off the ground. But the first thing I want to do is build an actual landing page for this app. So I'm going to write, please build a highly converting, minimalistic landing page for this app. And just like that, Claude starts building an actual landing page. In about 5 minutes, we have the first landing page concept ready. As you can see, Claude Code even came up with a headline and subheadline right here, which are pretty solid. And what's happening here, Claude isn't just generating random code, it's actually thinking through the structure of the app, the layout, and how users are going to interact with it. So instead of you needing to understand, HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, you're basically acting as the product manager, telling it what you want, and it builds it for you. Now let's test the app and see if it actually works. I'm going to click upload photo and upload a failed cake photo right here. All right, so it analyzes the bake and gives us full diagnosis. Now, here's the thing. It gave us pretty positive results saying everything is almost perfect. However, the cake was not fully perfect, as you can see, right? So I'm going to write this. I just tested the app by uploading a cake photo that wasn't a perfect bake, but it told me my cake was absolutely stunning. I think the AI needs to diagnose this better. And this is actually a really important part of working with AI, and especially when building with Claude Code. The first results are almost never going to be perfect. So you just need to guide it, give feedback, and refine the output just like you would with a real developer, right? So when you see something not working the way you want to, you just ask it and essentially it gets done, right? And once you do that, the results get significantly better. So Claude Code now sees what the issue is and it will fix it within our app. All right, it says the AI prompt is now much sharper and explains what has been changed, right? So let's try to upload the image again. All right, now we can see a much better analysis of the cake and what actually went wrong. Your cake has significant structural collapse and uneven texture. And down below, it explains what happened as well as how can we fix it. I'm going to write this. All right, do you think the app is ready or should I improve it further so it can detect baking mistakes more accurately? After asking this, Claude gave us some suggestions we can add to make the experience even better for the users. So based on Claude, the most impactful change we can do is add a context form that users can fill out before submitting their picture. So I'm going to ask Claude to make these changes. All right, so after this update, when we upload an image, we can see that it asks us for more details. What did you bake? What went wrong? And extra context right here. So let's select cake, choose what went wrong, and click diagnose. And now we have a much better analysis. This is also a really powerful concept. The more context you give to AI, the better the output becomes. Instead of relying on an image, we're now giving much more structured input, which makes everything much more accurate, of course. And this applies to pretty much any AI tool you use. The more context you give to it, the better the output is going to be, right? Okay, so before we make the software go live, we need to connect payments. For payment processing, I always like to use Stripe. And when you're working with Claude Code, it's amazing because you can literally just give a Stripe payment link that you can create inside Stripe, and it connects that link with everything. I don't even know how that works, but it just works. Okay, so first I'm going to ask Claude if everything is ready and if I can connect payments for this app. Claude actually suggested setting up the backend and usage tracking system first, so users can have accounts and see their subscriptions. So that's also a very important thing, so people can literally, go and cancel those subscriptions if they want. So let's do that first. For backend authorization, I'm going to use Supabase, and for deploying everything, I'm going to use Vercel. By deploying, I mean just making this whole thing go live on web. So you can, go to the website and see everything. No worries, by the way, I'm going to show how that's done in a minute. All right, so after about 30 minutes of back and forth with Claude Code, I was able to fix the landing page and make everything work. And of course, whenever you're coding the app, not everything is going to go smooth on the first go. So whenever you run into some sort of issue, just tell Claude in the chat and it will fix them over a few iterations, right? So whenever some sort of button is not working, just tell it and the Claude Code will fix it. Now I want to activate payments. So I wrote, can we turn on payments and make the app paid, incorporating both free and paid versions? All right, so now when we scroll down, we can literally see two options: a free plan with 3 uses per month and a paid plan for $4.99 with 100 uses per month. And it's just surreal for me to look at this and think that it has been built with just a prompt. Now, one thing I need to ensure is that users are prompted to sign up before getting their try, right? Before they try to scan their food, essentially. So I can collect emails and track usage, right? So I want to implement this. So whenever somebody clicks to add a picture, they are prompted to leave their email so they can create their account, and I can collect their emails, but I can also track how many times they use the app. So I wrote this: please make sure users are prompted to enter their email before receiving a diagnosis so an account is created, and that each diagnosis is tracked, so after 3 uses they are prompted to upgrade to a paid plan. All right, now when I click upload photo, it immediately asks for an email. That way the account is created and the app can track how many times users used it. Once the free plan expires, they are prompted to upgrade. Now I just need to finish connecting payments via Stripe so I can actually collect payments, and then we can make an app go live. And to do that, I just needed to create a payment link on Stripe with $4.99 per month subscription and give it back to Claude. After creating a payment link and sharing it with Claude, it gives me the final version of the website. Now we just need to make it live. So for that, we're going to use 2 tools. One of them is GitHub and another one is Vercel. So I'm gonna go to GitHub. If you don't have an account, just create an account on GitHub. Once you sign in, click create new repository, enter the name of your project and click create, then click upload an existing file, extract the files you downloaded from Claude and drag and drop them into GitHub, not the actual folder, but all of the files inside that folder. Then click commit changes. Next, create a Vercel account and connect it to GitHub. You need to kind of like integrate it so they're both interconnected, the GitHub and Vercel. Inside Vercel, go to projects, add new project. You'll see repositories and select the one you created on GitHub and click import. Then click deploy, and this will make your app go live. From there, you can connect your domain inside Vercel and assign it to your app. And now whenever you're, for example, update your app with Claude because you're gonna be doing some sort of modifications, to the landing page, whatever, just replace the files on GitHub. You download the new files to your computer and you replace the old ones with the new files, and the Vercel will automatically update based on everything you do on GitHub. So whenever you do any modifications on Claude, download those files, replace them inside of GitHub from the old files to the new files, and everything is going to be updated automatically, essentially. And this is where Claude Code becomes really powerful. To think that it's just the beginning, I don't even know where it's going to be a year from now. If you want to see a different video where I built an app from scratch and got my first sale within 24 hours, You can watch it by tapping here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.